you have any queries regarding LCM or HCF? So, today I'm going to clear all your doubts about LCM or HCF. So, let's move. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalam O Alikum. I'm Engineer Hira Naz and you are watching Diamond Tutoring Academy. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to discuss LCM and HCF in great detail for you. Here in this video, I'm going to discuss whole concept of LCM and HCF by comparing all the methods we use for LCM and HCF. So let's start. The first method is by listing all multiples in case of LCM and by listing factors in case of HCF. As you already know, LCM is least common multiple and HCF stands for highest common factor. Let us start with an example like we have 20 and 30. Again we have 20 and 30 in both cases, and now we are asked to find out their LCM and HCF by listing multiples in case of LCM and by listing factors in case of HCF. So what we have to do is, first we take an LCM. So for LCM, what we have to do is, we have to write here 20. First we have to find out all the multiples of 20. Then we have to find out all the multiples of 30. So whenever I'm talking about multiples, it means I'm talking about table. So here, what you have to write is, you have to write the table of 20. Like 21 is 20, 2 times 20 is 40, 3 times 20 is 60, 4 times 20 is 80, 5 times 20 is 100, 6 times is 120, 7 times is 140, 8 times is 160, 9 times is 180, and 10 times is 200. Now we have to write all the multiples of 30. So the first multiple is 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270, and 300. Now we have to find out the multiples which are common in both 20 and 30. So the 60 is common in both. So the first common multiple is 60. So we have to write here common multiples. So the common multiple of 20 and 30 is 60. The next common is 120. 120. The next one is 180. 180. Now we have to find out least common multiple among all these common multiples, and the least one is 60. So 60 is LCM in this case. Understand? Now let's discuss HCF. In case of HCF, what you have to do is, you have to write all the factors of 20 and 30. So first we will write factors of 20. Then we have to write the factors of 30. So the factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. Because in all these tables 20 comes. So we have to write now we have to write all the factors of 30. So the factors of 30 are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15 and 30. Now what we have to do is, we have to find out common factors. So 1 is common in both, 2 is common in both 20 and 30, and 5 is common in both 20 and 30. And next is 10 is common in both 20 and 30. Now we have to write common factors. What are common factors? 1, 2, 5 and 10. These are all common factors. Now we have to find out highest common factor. So what you have to do is, you have to decide the greater number among common factors, which is 10. So 10 is HCF in this case. Understand? Whenever you are asked to find out LCM or HCF by listing method, then what you have to do is, if you are going to find out LCM, you have to write all the multiples of given numbers. Then identify common multiples from them, and from common you have to identify the least one, and the number which is least or lowest is your LCM. But in case of HCF, what you have to do is, you have to write all the factors of given numbers. Then you have to identify common factors among all those factors, and from common you have to identify greater one, and the greater number will your HCF. Understand? Let's move toward the next method to find LCM or HCF, which is prime factorization. What you have to do in the case of prime factorization is, you have to divide the given numbers by prime factors. Let's start with an example. Let's suppose we have 18 and 24. 18 and 24. Here what you have to do is, you have to write here 18 and you have to divide this number by some prime factor. As we will repeat this method for 24 as well. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers are basically the numbers which are divisible by their own table only. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 up to so on. These are prime numbers. So what we have to do is, we have to take any prime number as a divisor to divide all the given numbers. Let's suppose in this case we have to divide 18. This is smallest one. So we have to take this 2 as divisor. 2 times 9 is 18. Now this is odd and this is not divisible by 2. So what we have to do is, we have to take next prime number, that is 3. 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times 1 is 3. Now we have to divide this number as well. So we have to take here divisor as 2 because 2 is prime number. So 2, 1 is 2 and 2 2s are 4. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 3 is 3. Now 3 is odd number and 2 is even number. So 3 is not divisible by 2. What we have to do is, we have to take next prime number, that is 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. So in this case, the numbers which are here at the left side are our prime factors. Understand? So we have to write, first we will write prime factors of 18, which are 2, 3 and 3. Now we have to write prime factor of another number, which is 24. And those are 2, 2, 2 and 3. Now we have to find out common factors among these, which are 2 and 3. Now we have to find out, we have to write here common factors are 2 and 3. Now we have to identify uncommon, these are factors not multiples. So uncommon factors are, in this case 3, but in this case 2 and 2. In case of prime factorization, LCM is product of common factors and uncommon factors. It means we have to multiply all the factors together to get LCM. So 2 into 3, these are common, and 3 into 2 into 2, and these are uncommon. So we have here 72 as our LCM. When you're talking about prime factorization, So to find out the highest common factor, what you have to do is, you have to repeat this method which we have used for LCM from here up till here. You have to repeat this method. Only formula for HCF is changed, which is product of only common factors, which are here in this case 2 and 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So we have here HCF as 6. Let me recall this method. Whenever you're talking about prime factorization, what you have to do for LCM and HCF is, you have to do the same method. What you have to do is, you have to divide the given numbers by prime numbers. Then the numbers at the left side means all the divisors are your factors, and what you have to do is, you have to identify common factors and uncommon factors. For LCM, what you have to do is, you have to take product of common factors and uncommon factors. But for HCF, what you have to do is, you have to take only the product of common factors. Understand? Let us discuss factor tree method to find LCM and HCF. Let's suppose we have 18 and 24 again in both cases. So what you have to do is, you have to write here 18 means your first number, and you have to divide this by prime numbers. So 2 times 9 is 18, and 2 is not further divisible. 9 is also divisible. So 9 is odd number. What you have to do is, you have to take another, you have to choose 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 up to so on. You have to choose these number for divisor. So 9 is odd number. It is not divisible by 2. So what we have to do is, we have to use 3 times 3 is 9. And further again, 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 1 is 3. Understand? Now you have to divide 24. For 24, you have to take here divisor, and here you have to write multiples, like 2 times 12 is 24. Again, 2 times 6 is 12. Again, 2 times 3 is 6. Again, 3 times 1 is 3. So now, at the left hand side, these are your factors, or you can say these are your prime factors. Now you have to identify the common factors. 2 and 2 are common in both. Now, 3 and 3 are common in both cases. To take an LCM, what you have to do is, you have to multiply common and uncommon factors. So the common factors are 2 and 3. These are common factors, and uncommon factors are here in this case 3, but in this case 2 and 2. They will give us 72. So we will have 72 as our LCM. Factor tree method is same for HCF, only there is a little change in the formula. That is, for HCF, you have to only take product of common factors, 2 and 2. So 2 is a common factor, and 3 and 3. So 3 is a common factor. So 2 times 3 is 6. So 6 is our HCF. Understand? For factor tree method, what you have to do is, you are going to take an LCM or HCF, you have to do the same method. What you have to do is, you have to divide the given number by prime numbers, and at the end, for LCM, you have to take product of all the factors, all the divisors, or you can say product of common and uncommon factors. But in case of HCF, what you have to do is, you have to take only product of common factors. Understand? Let's discuss another method to take LCM or HCF, that is common division method, or sometimes you can say division method. We call this method as common division method because here in this case we have common divisor. Let's suppose we have 18, 24 and 36 in both cases. 18, 24 and 36. What you have to do is, you have to divide them all at the same time. 18, 24 and 36. You have to choose the divisor. Again, you have to choose your divisor from prime numbers. So the smallest prime number is 2. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 12 is 24. And 2 times 13. 2 times 18 is 36. Again, 9 is not divisible by 2. So we have to take 9 as it is. Then 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 9 is 18. Now, 9 is odd number. So we have to take another prime number, which is 3, as divisor. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 is not divisible by 3. So we have to use this as it is. And 3 times 1 is 3. Now we have to take 2 as divisor to divide this 2. 2 times 1 is 2 and 1. Whenever you have here 1 as remainder, so you are done with your division. Now in this case, what is your LCM? Your LCM is product of all divisors. Divisors in this case are 2, 2, 3, 3 and 2. So we have here 72 as our LCM. Understand? But for HCF, what you have to do is, you have to divide all the numbers at the same time by some same divisor. Like let's suppose we choose 2 and 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 12 is 24. 2 times 18 is 36. Now here you can see 18 and 12 are even numbers, but 9 is odd number. It means these are not divisible by same common divisor. Okay? Understand? These are not divisible by common divisor. Whenever these are not divisible by common divisor and you are going to find out HCF, you have to stop division here. Right? So, your HCF will be product of divisors, and if we have only one divisor here, so only 2 is our HCF in this case. Understand? Let me recall this method. Whenever you are going to use common division method to take an LCM or HCF, what you have to do is, you have to divide all the given numbers at the same time with some divisor which is taken from prime numbers. Understand? So, at the end, when you have remainder 1, you have to stop division and you have to take LCM. What is LCM in this case? Product of all the divisors are LCM in this case. But what for HCF? For HCF, what you have to do is, you have to divide all the numbers with the same divisor. Whenever a stage comes when no more divisor can divide further all the numbers at the same time, then what you have to do is, you have to stop there. You have to stop there and your HCF will be your divisor. If you have here 2 divisors or 3 divisors, so take product of those divisors to make HCF. Understand? That's all for today. See you soon in the next video. Stay safe and healthy. Allah Hafiz.